Hey everybody, what's going on? It's me, Young Falcon, and I figured it's time for us to have a little heart-to-heart, a little chat. You know, I like to do these every once in a while, especially with the start of the new year. It's 2020, my guy. There's a slew of wonderful games coming out this year, and I just am here to tell you guys that the review train and top 10 train is not going to stop. Please expect a lot of this content to continue rolling, and I'm gonna keep doing all I can to hit the top threshold of being, you know, a good game reviewer and all that jazz, and just do what I can to make content that's really good. Thank you all so much for a wonderful 2019, by the way. 2019 was a really standout year for me. I feel like I made a lot of very strong videos, and I thought the content was pretty good for the most part. There's a couple misses in there, and I actually do want to do some redux versions of videos with cleaned up audio, better footage, maybe more in-depth script, that kind of thing, especially with the Platinum Games retrospective. Though I very much enjoyed what I did, I feel like I could have fit a couple points better, or retooled some things, or reworded a couple instances. However, with all that stuff out the way, I just want to again thank you so much for 2019. I feel like we knocked it out the park. You guys have been a wonderful community, really helping me out, and I think we're going to continue growing and getting bigger and better. So thank you all so much, and I hope you stick with me as we move into 2020, which I think will be a pretty big year for us, and I'll get into a little bit of reasons why. For starters, before we fully delve into why I'm really hyped for 2020, I do have to come out and talk about a couple personal issues. So, unfortunately, as you could probably tell, my upload schedule towards the end of 2019 was really sporadic. Like, my streaming schedule has been completely borked, my actual YouTube schedule hasn't been too bad, but a little more inconsistent than usual, and that was partly because I started working my first retail job, which was a actually decent amount of fun, not gonna lie. I actually didn't mind it. However, the hours I was getting made it really hard to, you know, do YouTube and Twitch on the side. It was, you know, pretty hard work and stuff of that nature. On top of that, with, you know, whole work schedule and things of that nature, unfortunately, I went through a couple of mental health struggles that caused me, which I'm going to be going to soon, in therapy and stuff, so I won't be able to continue doing the type of content I want to do, at least streaming wise, because of everything with therapy and all that, and just the way my life is at the moment. So it's unfortunate, but streaming and things of that nature, just because of how crazy my life is, are going to be sporadic. Like, it won't be a set schedule anymore. It won't be a set on Saturday I'm doing this, on, you know, whatever day I'm doing that. It's just going to vary from time to time because of how things are going right now. Same with the way my work was, it's going to be a little bit similar to that. So streaming is going to be kind of put on pause for a little bit until I could fully get down a schedule and get my bearings down and come back to the limelight, if you will. So hopefully you guys can bear with me as I go through this change in time, and just expect that schedules across YouTube and Twitch are going to be a little bit on the sporadic side and not as set in stone until I get a little bit on better footing. And if you want to keep up to date with all that stuff, you can follow me down below on Twitter, where I'll continuously try my best to update you guys with things that are going on. As for what you can see in 2020, I'm going to do what I want to do, like I was doing for the last 2 years. I feel like it's been a really good system for me. It's letting me be more creative, and just reviewing what I like is really cathartic recently. Like, just being able not to be restricted to just Nintendo or a certain franchise, just being able to play whatever I want, talk about it, review it, all that jazz, it's been really good. And that big, like, 2019 reviewing every game, I feel like would have been a much better video if I kind of broke those individual reviews and fleshed them out a little bit and publish them on my channel, which I think I'm going to fully take into account with 2020, which starts with my first big announcement. I am going to try my hardest to do a backlog review series. As you know, Steam sales, Xbox game sales, PS4 game sales, all of those beautiful sales that have been going on has caused my backlog to grow immensely, and I really want to talk about some of the games I've gotten my hands on. For example, there's this game called Dusk I've recently been playing, and I just finished actually, and it's been really fun, and I barely see anyone talk about it, which sucks. So I'm going to throw my hat into the ring and try to get a little backlog review series about that game, because it's a blast and it's really fun, and I had a really good time with it. So we're going to try to do all we can to go over some of my backlog, get through it, clear it out, and continue pumping content out for this channel. Thank you all again so much for being with me throughout these weird times of just bunch of random content going on and just me kind of figure out what's to do on my channel as we go to this weird transitional period. But again, thank you all so much for just sticking with me throughout all of it. As for the comments and stuff, I have a question for you guys. What are you most excited to see throughout 2020? Like, what announcements do you want to see? What games are you most excited for? What game do you want to be announced? I just want to see you guys go absolutely wild, because honestly, at this point with the way gaming's been, anything is possible. And for me personally, I am just really looking forward to Cyberpunk 2077. That game looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks fun. It looks it just looks great. Words cannot express how hype I am for this game. I just love the Cyberpunk aesthetic, and I can't wait to sink my teeth into an RPG that's going to be absolutely goated. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be absolutely top tier. Really looking forward to that, man. Again, if you like this type of content or you just like my content in general, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Don't forget to check that bell icon so you can notify when I get uploaded, because as I've checked my analytics, a lot of my subscribers aren't really pulling up because they're not probably getting videos in their subscription box, which is really sad. So hopefully you guys can kind of check that little bell icon and know when you can get uploaded, because YouTube doesn't really shout out enough. And also with more interaction, we can get into the algorithm. You guys get the gist. Anyways, thank you all again so much for being with my channel. It means a lot, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. You guys are the best. Peace.